What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you can tell by the video quality that I've been playing around with the settings on my new camera, and I would love to hear your feedback in the comments about how you think it looks. Hopefully a little bit better than last week, but I digress. Welcome back to another video. This video I have no real plans for. I didn't even create a script at all. I was just sent some screenshots from a friend of mine and thought that would make a funny video. And then it reminded me of some existing screenshots that I've been hoarding in my phone for a few months from another video that I filmed again a couple months ago. And I legitimately just forgot to include these in that original video. So I figured I might as well just make a video now. So this might be a really short video. I literally never have any idea how long these videos are going to be until I sit down to edit them. So it could be 10 minutes. It could be 20 minutes. Just look at the little bar down below to find out. Anyways, moving on, let's go ahead and jump right in. So again, I just have two pieces of content. They're just screenshots from Instagram and Facebook, I believe, that I'm going to be talking about today, and I'll put them on the screen as per usual. You should know the drill by now. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so first up we have this profile here, which I have featured on this channel before. And upon doing a little bit of research to see what this person has been up to lately, I see that they have changed their bio. So the bio you see on the screen now is their original bio from when I first started looking at their profile. And this is what it reads now. Multi-six-figure mentor to powerful as fuck women, where the limit doesn't exist. Playing in the realm of illogical growth and success. I find it really interesting from a marketing perspective. For those of you that don't know, I offer social media audits to business owners where I teach them how to make their Instagram bios and TikTok bios very specific to the target audience that they're trying to reach. And to me, reading this individual's bio, who claims to be a multiple six-figure earner, I have no idea what she does. Okay, so she's a mentor to powerful women, okay. But like, what does that mean? Playing in the realm of illogical growth and success. I think that this is just like a lot of word salad, which we're going to get into with the other screenshots that I have to go through, not from her, but from the other individual. And I just find it really interesting when instead of just saying like, I'm a business mentor that will help you reach six figures, something like very straight and to the point, they use all of these words that just like don't really make sense to try and make themselves sound more enticing. I don't know. Personally, I don't understand. If you have insight that I'm not aware of, please provide it in the comments down below. And of course, as always, if you're enjoying this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Okay, so the screenshots that I have saved in my phone from the last time I was talking about this individual are in regards to her mastermind, which I think at this point has already started because these are from January and it said it was starting in 2 days and now it's almost April. So irrelevant, but interesting nonetheless. So the first slide says, on another note, expansion mastermind starts in 2 days. And here's the part that I find interesting. It says, I can't pretend this mastermind isn't going to change the game when it comes to group mentorship. The way I run masterminds is unique. This container is intimate, it's high level, it's close proximity on an entirely new level, and it's the most elite space to be to fast track your success. So here's a little insight into the business coaching industry if you aren't really familiar. But most people who start out in the coaching space start by offering one-on-one services. So you hire me, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, every day, every kind of coach develops their own one-on-one package. But we work together, you and me and you. Now, what a lot of these business coaches will preach, particularly the ones that are coaching other coaches to coach coaches, is to stop offering one-on-one coaching and to only offer group coaching models, because then you can coach more people in the same amount of time and make more money. So rather than you pay me, whatever, we'll say $500 for 1 week of coaching, I can charge 5 people $500, coach them all in one setting, sell it to them as if they're going to get an even better experience because they're going to be exposed to more people at the same time. And now I'm making $2,500 instead of $500. Makes sense, right? So when she talks about this exclusive container and all of the great things that you're going to learn, it's because it's more lucrative for her to offer a mastermind group setting than it is to offer one-on-one coaching, which in my opinion, as someone who has offered multiple different services, even if I think of like my yoga business, you can offer a much better, more well-tailored, high-touch experience in a private one-on-one setting than you can in a group setting, because you actually have the time and the focus to be able to address people's problems intimately one-on-one. But again, if we're motivated by money, we don't really care about results. We just care about how much money is in our bank accounts. In expansion, you will be coached directly by me for 4 months in a powerful container of entrepreneurs doing big things in their respective industries. So again, like the point I just made, they try to sell the fact that you're going to have exposure to all of these other entrepreneurs who are also doing great things as a primary feature of why it's so much better to join a mastermind. You will have exclusive insight to the behind the scenes of my business and experience elite elevation in your own. This is your space to settle and excel. Again, I think you can provide better service when it's one-on-one, but that's just my opinion. So then she shares pictures of the retreat space. I assume as part of the mastermind, they get to go on a retreat. So it looks like a luxury villa. So location sneak peek, like I said, this mastermind is different. So that's like one of the selling features as well, which is very common now. You see, luxury retreats to Bali, to Southern United States, to Costa Rica, all of these places. And so included in the, multiple thousands of dollars that you're spending into the mastermind is the money that it's going to cost to cover the cost of this trip. But most of the times you still have to pay for your flights and stuff. So I remember working one-on-one with a coach who wanted to host a mastermind retreat in Lake Tahoe, but then she wanted us to pay for the retreat on top of the thousands of dollars we had already paid her to be in the mastermind. And it just made no sense. And I was like, I do not have money for your little vacation that you want me to foot the bill for. Anyways, not to mention the incredible women who are already locked in, typical sales tactic. She just shares a screenshot of someone who is like, I'm so excited to sign up. If you know this opportunity is for you, this is your time. So here's everything that's included. 4 months of Mastermind Voxer, bi-weekly hot seat coaching. So 4 months is 16 weeks, bi-weekly coaching. So there's 8 coaching calls. You get access to all the courses and masterclasses that she releases. And then you get your 3-day retreat, which is exclusive to the mastermind. And she is charging $16,000 per person. Now, this coach in particular is located in Australia, and I'm not sure if these prices are in AUD or USD, but either way, that's a lot of frickin' money. Okay. So one of the main reasons I wanted to talk about this was because as I was scrolling through her profile today, now again, this is 2 months after I took these screenshots, she's been posting a lot of content about how she no longer invests in mentors for the monetary return. She invests, be in their energy and to feel supported, etc. And I've said this in so many of my other videos, but if you are someone who is craving mentorship, direction, feedback in your business, join a networking event and make friends the old-fashioned way. You do not need to pay someone $16,000 to sit in their energy and expand your business. I promise you, there are so many free resources, especially if you live in or close to a city, even a city of 100,000 people like I used to. I was from a small town, but I could drive 45 minutes and get to a city, and I joined many networking events in that city. The resources are available to you if you take the time to seek them out and stop falling prey to these people who try to sell you on some magical solution. Okay. That all being said, I just thought that was really interesting. I want to go over these screenshots that a friend of mine sent me. So essentially, one of my close childhood friends finally started watching my YouTube channel. Shout out to you if you're watching. And she sent me these hilarious screenshots of a friend of hers whose sibling is now a coach. And I read through these posts and I was like, is this person even saying words? This is just classic word salad, makes no sense, but we're going to read it together anyway. So the post starts like this. 1 million in 8 months in a wellness-based business. What worked? Lightning emoji, lightning emoji. I focused on VIP support. I saw my audience craving a high level of intimacy, so I dialed into one offer and one tier of support. With that offer, I worked on creating an exceptional client experience. You know what? I will say this, that from a business perspective, it is actually much more effective, and this is something I tell all of my clients, it is much more effective to offer one single service that serves one single problem, it is the solution to one problem, versus trying to accommodate to many different people and many different problems. Generally speaking, I do think that that is really good business advice. I stepped into my creatrix spirit. This was the first year I dropped the focus on likes. The little voice in my head, what will they think? What if they don't like me? Was finally quiet. Okay, so I assume she's talking about social media, not chasing likes and instead chasing, I don't know what else. I don't know what creatrix is Does anyone speak spiritual? Let me know in the comments. I created from a place of self-expression. I surrendered to the fact that some won't resonate, but deeply trust that those who are meant to will find my content. Okay, again, fair enough. We're not speaking to an entire room of people. We speak to someone in particular. I invested $220,000 of high-level mentorship. My first house that I purchased was $225,000. I cannot fathom spending that on mentorship. While I was on a 3-month wait list, I entered a new vortex, scaling past 100K months. The investment changed my energy and I felt my magnetism amplify. Jumping through that fear shifted something on a soul level and I entered a new level of success. Again, common stories that we hear a lot of these coaches spewing about if you invest in yourself, that investment will come back to you. The only way to make money is to spend money and so on and so on and so on. So basically what she's saying here is like, I invested $220,000, but then I started making $100,000 a month. So I got my investment back. And it was because I was willing to invest in myself that I started to see all of this success, which I don't necessarily believe to be true. Not that she wasn't successful. Again, I'm not in her bank account, so I don't know. But the fact that the only reason she was successful is being accredited to spending all this money is a very, very dangerous story to be sharing. Number 4, CEO shield. I relied on my team to clean up energy sucks so I could focus on what was driving the business forward. Okay, so I guess like offboarding some of your work to other people, sure. My health-based marketing strategy was refined. I deeply understand the vulnerabilities, pain, impact, and vision of my effortless yes clients. I know their lows and what they desire on a core level. It's this understanding that helps me create effortless yes offers. In this marketing strategy, I include problem awareness and vision attunement, both necessary for a health-based business. Again, that's nothing new. That's marketing 101. If you want to sell a product or service, you need to know who that product or service is for, and you need to work on the verbiage in your marketing reflecting the pain points that that person is experiencing. I literally have so many videos about this for completely free. Here on my YouTube channel, you can click right here to watch my playlist if you want to learn about marketing and not pay thousands of dollars to do so. This has been a year of both professional and personal heartbreaks. It has tested my strength, resiliency, and commitment repeatedly, and I still show up. My commitment is unwavering, my passion fierce, my business is an extension of me, and it's a relationship that doesn't get paused. I'm all in. What I go through evolves me, and as I navigated the hard stuff, I became a more experienced mentor, entrepreneur, and leader. This isn't really a critique to this specific person, but this is something just as like words of the wise to anyone who is an entrepreneur, is to not focus so much on ingraining your identity of who you are as a person in what it is you do. And this applies to even if you have like a regular 9-to-5 job. I think a lot of the times when we identify ourselves as the entrepreneur, as the YouTube creator, as the XYZ 9-to-5 job person, in the event that we are no longer able to do those things or that we decide that we want to do something different, it becomes a lot harder to detach from that version of self when our identity is so deeply wrapped into it. So just a word of caution that if you are anyone who does anything, to really think about who you are as a person outside of what it is you do for work, because it can be a really toxic cycle to get caught up in. Number 7, I celebrated even deeper. We are not ready for the bigger moments if we don't celebrate the smaller ones. Sure. Number 8, every day I worked on my emotional wisdom. Okay. Number 9, instead of any new strategy, I applied the ones that had got me to this point. I refined the processes and systems, improving everything by 1%, and that 1% compounded brilliantly. I don't necessarily think there's anything problematic that she said here outside of the like I invested $200,000 and then started making $100,000 every month. But a lot of this is like common sense business things. Like if you've watched any of the business related videos on my channel or over on my TikTok, you know that I share all this information for free, and I just don't understand why she thinks she's being like a revolutionary by sharing this information. But I guess that really speaks to the business coaching industry as a whole, where all of these people act like they have this unicorn magic solution, and all they're really doing is regurgitating very basic information that can be found on Google. So then lastly, there is just like the screenshot of a post where she is celebrating making $1 million, and it's obviously like a luxury kind of vacation, and says, "The Millie celebration planning is blowing me away." So like I've said in many of my videos, one of the biggest red flags when it comes to hiring a mentor, seeking out a coach for your business, if that person is primarily only talking about the amount of money they've made, and how successful they've been, that's usually a pretty big red flag that they're only going to be able to teach you the methodology exactly that they used to create their business. And they don't have your specific business best interest in mind. They just want you to also become a coach who coaches other coaches to coach other coaches. And again, that's anecdotal opinion from my experience. You can feel free to disagree with me in the comments. Okay, friends, like I said, this was going to be a pretty quick video. That's all I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. If you have any content that you want me to react to, my email is linked in the description below. That's all. Take care. Comb your hair. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.